Well, hello. It is me on a Monday, and I wanted to make sure I came to you today at a decent hour since I've had so much stuff to do. I've been coming to you really late, or even just just my phone had been acting stupid or whatever, my iPhone. So I wanted to come to you today and just speak with you about a couple of things. Number one is judgment. That's the most important thing that I want to speak to you today about, because I always try to come to you and have some kind of encouraging word. And today, I've just recently been a member of people passing judgment, I want to say. And I have in my life too. Nobody is perfect, of course. So people, I've seen lately a lot of people passing judgment on others' actions and what they're doing and stuff like that. There's a fine line between passing judgment and uplifting someone or encouraging someone or telling somebody that you think they can do better. Just, it really is. But what I've seen is that people have been passing judgment and not thinking about the things that they have done in their life that somebody could have been judging them on as well. So I really wanted to come to you and talk to you today about how passing judgment is not going to help either party, and that's going to be my challenge for this week, is for you to be a little more open-minded about people's situations and not think that you know everything that goes on in someone's life, whether that's your sister, brother, friend, mom, dad, etc. Because one thing I could say about my parents is, like, I literally have no idea what they did when they were younger. I mean, it's a gist here and a gist there, but they never tell you like every single thing that happened to lead up to some, because most of the time people forget, and people who are passing judgment also forget. So this week, my challenge for you is to try not to pass judgment on the next man, whether you agree with what they're doing or not. If you have something to say, the cliche saying goes, if you don't have anything good to say, then don't say anything at all. And that's not to say not to correct people's actions or anything, but kind of like, who are you to correct someone else's actions if they're not hurting anybody, even if they are doing stuff for themselves? Because everybody has to make mistakes. And regardless if you are that person making the mistake or you are that person witnessing the mistake, you stopping it is not going to help them continue on. You stopping it in the middle, unless it's something that's going to harm them, like death or something like that, then that's understandable. But by somebody making their choice about how they feel in their heart or their gut, you saying like, oh no, don't do that and stuff, your opinion is just that. And people definitely don't get paid for opinions like you think you should. And so one thing I want to challenge you this week is to definitely stop trying to pass judgment on others. And you might not think it's judgment, you might think it's a helpful suggestion, but most of the time, people are going to do what they want to do. And be there for the people that you love and care about, that you're taking enough time to think about other options for them when you could be thinking about other options for yourself. Because nobody's life is perfect. Nobody, I guarantee you. And the things that you could be doing in your life while you're passing judgment on the next person could be helping you out and making you better. But instead, you're too busy thinking about, like, circumstances of somebody else's life and not realizing that you have your own circumstances of your life. So this week, my challenge is, instead of you passing judgment on a situation that you're a witness of or that you're involved in or not involved directly or indirectly, etc., just sit back and tell that person, make the best decision for you. And that's what I do now. Like, it's not like, oh girl, you should have did this, or one of my friends, oh, you shouldn't have did that, or you this is, unless they were harming somebody else. That's the only way that I could step in and be like, oh, you shouldn't do this or that, because people are going to do what they want to do regardless of your opinion or not. So what you can do is tell them to make the best decision for them. And in any situation, how do you have an ant on your phone? I don't know. But in any situation, making the best decision for them is going to be the best decision for all parties. So definitely don't try to pass judgment on what they're going through, because you don't know what steps it took to get there, what situations it took to get there, how they are even dealing with the situation, whether they're up or down. just make sure you're there for the person that you care about or that you love, and don't try to pass judgment on the situation. So if your girlfriend or your guy friend is sitting up there talking to you about their relationship or what they're going through with somebody that they care about and love, just know that you do not have the inside track to that situation. So you can't sit up there and pass judgment. The best thing you can do is pray for them, be there for them, and tell them to make the best decision for them, because in all honesty, that's what they're going to do regardless. You telling them something is going to make them think otherwise, and, get into the situation where you're clouding their judgment about what they should do in their heart or their head, because they listen to your judgment and your opinion about how you should feel in that situation when they haven't experienced that entire situation with you. So instead of you passing judgment and like you have never been through something before, make sure that you're there for that person instead of telling them, oh, you shouldn't deal with this, or you're too good for this. Maybe they're not too good for that. Have you ever thought about that? Like, you only get one side of the story, and sometimes you don't get the other person's side of the story. Most of the time, everybody is guilty of this. When they're telling a story, because it's true, you're telling it from your point of view. You're not telling it from the other person's point of view, because everybody thinks differently and everybody acts differently and everybody has went through different things in their life, maybe not even in the situation that they're in. So instead of you passing judgment like nothing has ever happened in your relationship or in your life or in your circumstance, tell that person to make the best decision for them, because that's the way that they're going to conquer everything that's going on in their life, is by looking at what's going on and making the best decision for themselves. So that's my challenge for you this week. Instead of being, the encourager or the person that says, oh, you shouldn't take this, or from whether it's from their job or whether it's from people that they care about or love or their kids, etc., tell them to make the best decision for them. So even if nobody comes to you and they just want you to hear the story and they're not even asking for your advice, have them make the best decision for them. And sometimes that's you not putting your input in, your opinion, swaying the decision of what they actually felt like they should do. Because most times the decision that they thought they should do is not yours, because you're not involved in it and you really don't know what's going on. So that is my Miana Monday for this week, and I wanted to make sure I came to you guys a little earlier today. I hope you guys had a good day at work and you're off and you're relaxed and stuff. Hope to see you next Miana Monday. If you have not, please follow my page and like and comment there, and I hope to see you guys next Monday. And make sure you go through with the challenge this week. It is very challenging not to tell your sister to, hit somebody on top of the head because they're stupid. That's just the old phrase that we use or whatever. You want to bonk somebody on top of the head because they act stupid. But I don't promote violence, of course. But, boyfriend, whatever, friend, etc. So have a good week, and I hope to talk to you guys later. Bye.